What is happening, everybody? So you'll notice that we're going to do something a little bit tonight here at Imperial Pulls. There's no Brian, so we're going to do an episode with just me, just Joe, and we're also going to do something a little bit different, and we're going to open some flesh and blood. Now, the strange thing about this is that neither Brian nor I have played Flesh and Blood. We've never opened any Flesh and Blood, but I think the mechanics and the graphics of the cards look really great. So we thought, let's open up a box of this. And North of Exile, hello. Thanks for joining us tonight. And so this is Tales of Aria. And it's a 238 card set through Legend Story Studios. 6 legendary, 27 majestic, 54 rares, and 136 commons. And so we'll take a look in here of the 24 booster packs, and let's see what we can draw. And we'll get right into it. As I mentioned, as Brian and I have not seen any of these cards, this will all be completely new, so we may take some time to admire some of the artwork as we go through. If we can get into the packs. This is why we have knives handy. There we go. Let's take a look and see what pack number 1 has. In fact, let's move this a little bit more here. Shiver. I see. One is backwards in the packs. Let's see what we've got. Winter's Grasp. Shock Striker. Amulet of Lightning. Invigorate. Sow Tomorrow. Summerwood Shelter. Weave Earth. Sigil of Suffering. Singeing Steelblade. Glacial Footsteps. Frazzle. Arcanic Shockwave. Invigorate, which is a very cool elemental card. Mulch. Blizzard Bolt. As I mentioned in the beginning, that with the 6 legendary, there are 1 per 88 packs. So that would be something that would be kind of cool to pull out of this box. The next would be the Majestics, which is 1 per 4 packs. So we will see some of those. And I'm excited to see what they are. If we can pull a cold foil, a rainbow foil, I believe it's 1 in every 20 packs with the cold foil. Titan's Fist. Burgeoning. Sow Tomorrow. Amulet of Lightning. Winter's Bite. Heaven's Claws. Another Weave Earth. Pulse of Volthaven. Winter's Bite. Oh, there we've got a holofoil there. Or a cold foil. Inspired Lightning. Entwine Lightning. Emerging Avalanche. A Blizzard Bolt. Look at the colors in that card. Vela Flash. Thump. And Overflex. So there are a few cards that would be really great to pull in this box as well. Spellbound Creepers, New Horizon. They're some of the more sought after in this set. And if we do come across one, that'd be a great find. So the first one on this side of the card, this side of the set, is Frostbite. Icy Encounter. Polar Blast. Just some beautiful art in this set. Runaways. Lightning Surge. Earthlore Surge. Explosive Growth. Bolt and Shot. Summerwood Shelter. Another foil there. Vela Flash. Entangle. Buzzbolt. Inspire Lightning. Snow Under. Overflex. And Stir the Wildwood. So with the cards, what we've or what I've been looking at is kind of the way that the cards are designed, what the features are, and what some of the controls are on the card. So I'll kind of try to go over some of those as I can. Again, my knowledge of these is very limited, but I'm more interested in seeing kind of what the art is like on this set. And then I figure maybe I can build a blitz deck, or Brian and I can both build blitz decks with what we pull from this box. And then we can kind of learn the proper way to play the game and see what we can come up with. Frostbite. See, had I flipped it over, I'd see that there are heroes on the side of this. So I mentioned with the blitz decks, you want to play your young hero with blitz deck. They do have about half of the health of what the adult heroes have, but blitz is a quicker gameplay method of the game. Ball Lightning. Honing Hood. Shock Striker. Break Ground. Another Invigorate. Bolt and Shot. Cold Wave. Invigorate Foil. Vela Flash. Mulch. Buzzbolt. Arcanic Shockwave. Invigorate. Entangle. Frazzle. So those of you who watch this who have played Flesh and Blood will know, but for those of us, myself, Brian, who aren't familiar with it, what you've got on the different set of the cards here, you've got your power, and this is the damage that this card can deal to an opposing hero. Your defense, so the damage this card can prevent if you are defending. The cost to play the card. And the pitch. And you can tell just quickly by referencing the cards how they've got the red, blue, and yellow lines. Red being pitch of 1, blue pitch of 3, and yellow pitch of 2. And those are all just the different mechanics and counts for playing these cards. And again, I am kind of bluffing out of this because I've been trying to learn the mechanics and the gameplay over the last week or so to kind of figure out how to play this. And I am looking forward to building some decks. Autumn's Touch. Polar Blast. Rotten Old Buckler. Entwine Ice. Sow Tomorrow. Summerwood Shelter. Lightning Press. Another foil, a Dazzling Crescendo. One thing that I've read a lot about in the different cards is the Go Again feature, which lets you build on the chain and kind of play out how your gameplay is going to go and how your hero is going to attack. Entwine Earth, Mulch, Dazzling Crescendo, non-foil. Kind of see the difference here. The Rainbow Foil. Vela Flash. Strength of Sequoia. Frazzle. Arcanic Shockwave. Again, just the art. I'm so blown away by how the art is on this set. Old Hymn, Grandfather of Eternity. He's another one of the heroes. I should actually go back in the ones that we've opened up already that I didn't realize were heroes on one side. So let's kind of just quickly go in there. Nope, Shiver is a ranger weapon. When you are building the blitz deck, you've got 40 cards in your deck plus an inventory of 11 cards for your weapons and your equipment. So this is obviously one of those. Embodiment of Lightning. Old Hymn. So that's the young hero, which is the young version of Grandfather of Eternity, I would assume. and Briar. That's the one that we saw earlier. Well, let's see what else we can pull. And on this side, the embodiment of lightning, embodiment of earth, elemental token. Winter's Bite, Earthlore Surge, Amulet of Ice, Icy Encounter, Shock Striker, cool looking bird there. Frost Fang, Sting of Sorcery. There's the foil Sutcliffe's Suede Hides. Snow Under, Overflex, Rites of Replenishment, Emerging Avalanche, Chilling Ice Vein, Bramble Spark, Strength of Sequoia, Embodiment of Lightning. Again, that's the embodiment of Earth on the other side. So next week as well, next Sunday around the same time, Brian will still be unavailable, so we're actually going to have a guest. We won't tell you who that is yet. You'll have to tune in next week to find out. But we were chatting today about next week's episode, and I think it'll be a really good one with some very exciting stuff going on. We've got a Frostbite in this pack. And we'll flip it over to get Lexi, the young elemental ranger hero. Autumn's Touch, Ball Lightning, Coat of Frost, Earthlore Surge, Entwine Ice, Embolden, Weave Ice. There's the other foil there, the Bolt and Shot, Frazzle, Singeing Steelblade, Thump, Overflex, Arcanic Shockwave, Entwine Ice, Snow Under, and Frostbite. Those of you who do play Flesh and Blood, what are some of your favorite cards for the artwork, for the design, for the strength or features of the card? Would certainly be interested to know that in the comments when you view this video later. And there is Frostbite. It's the Aura elemental token, and another Briar. One of the young heroes. Heaven's Claws, Winter's Grasp, Sutcliffe's Suede Hides, Burgeoning, Shock Striker, Cold Wave, Channel Mount Heroic, Entwine Ice, there's that foil, Chilling Ice Vein, Bramble Spark, Strength of Sequoia, Buzzbolt, Inspire Lightning, Thump, Blizzard Bolt, and again there's the Frostbite. If you're building a full deck, a classic constructed deck, you can play any of the heroes, but it makes sense not to play the young heroes. If you play the old heroes, you can, I believe you're about double the health and 80 cards. It's a longer game. The gameplay itself, from what I understand, is the same as doing a blitz deck. But just, as I say, it's a longer game, a little bit more decision making, and a little bit more gameplay. We have Shiver. On the other side, the Embodiment of Earth. Rejuvenate. Heaven's Claws. Honing Hood. Break Ground. Electrify. Sigil of Suffering. Embolden. There's the Ice Storm foil. Rites of Replenishment. Entwine Lightning. Emerging Avalanche. Flake Out. Bramble Spark. Thump. And there's Dazzling Crescendo. And we've got in this pack the Rosetta Thorn. As we check out the other side, a Seismic Surge. Rejuvenate. Winter's Grasp. Crackerjacks, Burgeoning, Chill to the Bone, Snapshot, Icequake, Emerging Avalanche Foil, Inspire Lightning, Entwine Earth, Entangle, Blizzard Bolt, Singeing Steel Blade, Glacial Footsteps, Chilling Ice Vein, and Rosetta Thorn. And next hero I pull, we'll go over some of the stuff on the bottom of the hero cards is different than on the standard cards. So we'll look at what the three differences are there. Let's see, we've got Rosetta Thorn, Lexi Livewire. So she is an Elemental Ranger hero. And over here is your hand size. So that's the number of cards you've got in your hand to play. Over here is your health. And as we noticed on some of the young heroes, they're only about at 20 health. So you do have double the health here on the older heroes. We've got Winter's Bite, Heaven's Claws. That'd be great as a foil card. Ragamuffin's Hat, Icy Encounter, Polar Blast, Flash, Evergreen. Oh, what are the odds of that? Let's pull that card back out. That's a complete coincidence there. There's the Heaven Claws, but as the foil. Gorgeous rainbow foil. Stir the Wildwood, Snow Under, Flake Out, Veil of Flash, Mulch, Buzzbolt, Arcanic Shockwave. Well, if we get to just predict what cards are in the deck, let's go with a Shock Charmer, or maybe a Channel Lake with the alt art. Frostbite here, and Old Hymn again. Again, there's the young hero with the 20 health. Autumn's Touch, Entwine Lightning, Runaways, Lightning Surge, Earthlore Surge, another one that would look great as a foil, Flash, Lightning Press, Flake Out, there's your foil for this pack, Invigorate, Entangle, Frazzle, Singeing Steel Blade, Glacial Footsteps, Flake Out, Stir the Wildwood. One thing we haven't kind of looked at is down at the bottom of the card, you do have the designations of your rares, your commons, your majestics. And so far, of course, it's just been commons and rares, I think, that we've pulled. I may have overlooked some just as I'm not familiar really with some of these cards, but pulling a legendary, or a majestic. Majestic's obviously more common with the 1 in 4 packs. But the legendary, there are 6 in this set, as I mentioned before, and it's 1 in 88 packs. So with 24 packs in a box, we aren't necessarily guaranteed to get one. There is Titan's Fist. On the other side, we have Briar, Warden of Thorns, and that is an Elemental Runeblade hero. So the Elemental Runeblade is the type of hero that you're playing. There are a number of different heroes in the set that will dictate the kind of deck that you're playing, and the gameplay, I guess, itself varies quite a bit. Rejuvenate, Shock Striker, Coat of Frost, Burgeoning, Chill to the Bone, Evergreen, Biting Gale. Oh, there's Ball Lightning, Rainbow Foil, Entangle, Dazzling Crescendo, Arcanic Shockwave, Mulch, Buzzbolt, Rites of Replenishment, and Glacial Footsteps. Well, we're about halfway through the box here, and I am so impressed by the artwork in this set. The detail, the design, it's a gorgeous, gorgeous set. Titan's Fist again, and the embodiment of lightning. Heaven's Claws. Earthlore Surge. Ragamuffin's Hat. Winter's Bite. Chill to the Bone. Snapshot. Icequake. Singeing Steel Blade in the rainbow foil. Frazzle. Veil of Flash. Snow Under. Overflex. Stir the Wildwood. Mulch. And Dazzling Crescendo. Here you go, Rosetta Thorn. And Seismic Surge on the other side of that one. Lightning Surge. Cracker Jacks. Icy Encounter. Electrify. Rejuvenate. Snapshot. Frost Fang. Check that one out. And Twine Earth is the foil behind it. That's pretty cool. A Singeing Steel Blade. Glacial Footsteps. Flake Out. Stir the Wildwood. Entangle. Dazzling Crescendo. Arcanic Shockwave. Now, usually I have Brian here to do all the technical things, and I'm realizing now halfway through the pack, let's switch the cameras around. Then you can actually see what the cards look like instead of having to stare at my face. That's better. Frostbite. With Lexi the Young Hero on the other side. Burgeoning. Rotten Old Buckler. Heaven's Claws. Winter's Grasp. Yes, I miss Brian. Who else is the one that's supposed to press all the buttons? Icy Encounter. Bolt Shot. Seek and Destroy. Glacial Footsteps in the foil. Mulch. Buzzbolt. Rites of Replenishment. Glacial Footsteps. Frazzle. Veil of Flash. And Snow Under. Yeah, I think it should be an unwritten rule that Brian is not allowed to miss a Sunday anymore. No more social life or personal life. And Rosetta Thorn, other side, Seismic Surge. Any good jokes? No, Brian is the comedian of the group, which is why he's out doing some acting this week. And next, if you know Brian at all, he's doing the Fringe Festival this week, and the skits and the show are going to be great if you have a chance to check it out. We've got the Lightning Surge here, Sootcliffe Suede Hides, and Twine Ice, Electrify, Autumn's Touch, Weave Lightning, Turn Timber, Light It Up with the foil, the rainbow foil, Overflex, Stir the Wildwood, Mulch, Dazzling Crescendo, Inspire Lightning, and Twine Lightning, Emerging Avalanche. You know, Brian and I think, are going to have to go into the studio and book some time to go work on our theme song. I've never heard anything any better than that, so there's no reason to maybe even just keep the original that he wrote on episode 2. If you go back and watch episode 2, you'll all know exactly what I'm referring to. We have a Shiver. And the Embodiment of Earth on the other side. Polar Blast. Amulet of Earth. Winter's Grasp. Break Ground, Entwine Earth, Explosive Growth. I think what's great about these cards is if you look at the greens and the yellows, just the actual color quality and the image quality just is outstanding. Lightning Press, Frazzle, there's your foil. Blizzard Bolt, sorry. Veil of Flash, Thump, Overflex, Rites of Replenishment, Snow Under, Chilling Ice Vein. Got about half a dozen packs left here. Just moving right through. And I really had no idea what to expect from these cards, other than the few that I've seen online as I've done some research on how to play. And I'm really enjoying the aesthetic of these. There's the Embodiment of Lightning and Embodiment of Earth on the other side. We've got a question here. Do the cards feel the same as other card games you've played? They are fairly similar, actually. They may be slightly thinner. But to be fair, the other games that I've ever played, during gameplay, they've always been sleeved. So most of the time, that's how I've handled the cards. But they do feel they may be a little bit lighter. But the quality is certainly there. They've got a good feel. And the print quality is great as well. Ball Lightning, Amulet of Ice, Electrify, Earthlore Surge, Entwine Ice, Rites of Lightning, Fulminate, be another great foil card. Strength of Sequoia, there's our foil for the pack here. Bramble Spark, Entwine Lightning, Emerging Avalanche, Frazzle, Singeing Steelblade, Strength of Sequoia non-foil. There again, you can kind of compare the two. And Overflex. Now, North of Exile, to be fair as well, I only recently got into card games, so I don't have a whole lot of experience to go back on either, as far as some of the big three, if you will. I haven't really played those cards enough to have any idea of kind of a comparable quality. But again, these cards, the artwork and the printing quality is great. There's Frostbite on one side, another Oldhim there, the young Oldhim. Ball Lightning, Mark of Lightning, Invigorate, Chill to the Bone, Burgeoning, Explosive Growth, Flash, Electrify, there's my foil, Arcanic Shockwave, Emerging Avalanche, Chilling Ice Vein, Bramble Spark, Invigorate, Strength of Sequoia, Buzzbolt, and again there's the Frostbite. There are a bunch of duplicates, obviously, we're pulling as we open up the box. But I believe when you're making a Blitz deck, you are allowed to have 2 of each card in there. And I think with the Classic Constructed, I believe you're allowed 3. Oh, there's no backwards card in this. Maybe that means something. Maybe there's something cool in this deck. Polar Blast, Lightning Surge, Amulet of Earth, Chill to the Bone, Break Ground, Turn Timber, Rites of Lightning, Blizzard Bolt, there's another one of the foils, Inspire Lightning, Thump, Blizzard Bolt non-foil, again just for comparison, Bramble Spark, Strength of Sequoia, Flake Out, Rites of Replenishment, and Cracked Bauble, which is a generic resource. Now we're down to our last 3. Titan's Fist. Embodiment of Lightning on the other side. Winter's Bite. Ball Lightning. Plume of Evergrowth. It's the first time I think we've seen that one. Entwine Earth. Electrify. Evergreen. Blink. Biting Gale. Oh, there's another foil. That's really cool. Entangle. Dazzling Crescendo. Inspire Lightning. Thump. Flake Out. Singeing Steel Blade. And Glacial Footsteps. And to those of you watching live, thank you. To those of you watching after we've gone up on YouTube, again, thank you. And feel free to comment, like, subscribe, hit the bell so you can be notified. We do try to do one of these unboxing videos each Sunday. And so far we've done some Pokemon, some Genesis. That's mainly what the focus of this channel will be, is Genesis. And we've got obviously some Flesh and Blood, and we'll be adding some other different games kind of as time goes on. Frostbite. And there's another Briar. So Tomorrow. Ball Lightning. Deep Blue. I don't know that we've seen that one yet either. Entwine Lightning. Autumn's Torch. Autumn's Touch. Turn Timber. Sigil of Suffering. Shock Striker. There's your foil. Chilling Ice Vein. Stir the Wildwood. Entangle. Buzzbolt. Rites of Replenishment. Rejuvenate. Glacial Footsteps. Yes, you are here live. Thank you, North of Exile Games. And hopefully we'll see you next week live as well. There is Frostbite. And another Lexi Young hero. Elemental Ranger. This is our last pack. Thank you all for watching, whether it's now or later. We appreciate it. And check out the other videos we have. We also have shorts where we'll be posting single pack openings of Magic and Genesis and Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, whatever else we can get our hands on. And I do actually have a couple of older packs of Magic the Gathering that we'll be cracking soon on our shorts. So stay tuned for those. Lightning Surge, Break Ground, Mark of Lightning, Icy Encounter, Electrify, Cold Wave, Embolden. That's a cool card. That is a card-related injury from pack number 1 tonight. It was not a knife, I don't think. I'll have to watch the replay and see exactly how it happened. There's So Tomorrow. There's another foil. Blizzard Bolt. Vela Flash. Mulch. Flake Out. Stir the Wildwood. Emerging Avalanche. And Dazzling Crescendo. Well, let's take a quick peek through these foils again, just because it is my first time seeing any of the cards. And for some of you, it might be as well. For those of you who are familiar with the game, these may be nothing new to you, but I thought we'd just take another quick peek through these. There's your So Tomorrow. Shock Striker. Really dig this card. Biting Gale. Blizzard Bolt. Electrify. Strength of Sequoia. Frazzle. Light It Up. I like that one a lot. Glacial Footsteps. Foil or not, the artwork for this one is great. Entwine Earth. Singeing Steel Blade. Ball Lightning. Hey, Brian Pitts, you're on the wrong side of the camera tonight. Flake Out. Heaven's Claws. Look at the color in that one. Emerging Avalanche. Ice Storm. Entwine Ice. Bolton Shot. Sutcliffe Suede Hides. Dazzling Crescendo. Invigorate. Summerwood Shelter. And Winter's Bite. Well, thank you again. I think that after opening up this box, I may have to acquire some more Flesh and Blood. Gorgeous cards. And again, I think that Brian and maybe even some other people are going to have to build some decks, build some Blitz decks, and figure out how to play it. And well, see you, Brian. We'll see you maybe next week or talk to you in between. Good luck with your show, and thanks for popping in to say hi. With that said, I think we're just about done. So everybody have a good night, and we'll catch you next week.